Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Everybody is going to be wanting XRP once it's too late. Ah yes, humans, what do they need speculated in markets? They need validation, damn it. XRP now though, 73 cents. Think about this today, 73 cents. That's why investors in general, the stereotypical investor, whether you're talking about how people invest in the stock market or crypto, they're doing it wrong. And so I want to share with you a number of thoughts in this video, as well as perspective from an executive at a cryptocurrency exchange in terms of where he thinks directionally this market's going to go this bull cycle. Spoiler alert, a lot higher. But Ethereum, here I'll even just show you the headline here. I'm actually probably not even going to run through the article. I just wanted to talk about it. So here's the headline from you today, though. Ethereum surpasses $2,600 as greed takes over the market. Now, this is actually important to us as XRP holders, and I'll explain why in just a moment. But first, I do want to be clear. I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos purely as a fun hobby. And so Ethereum, why is this important? Well, where's Ethereum today? Well, at the moment I'm recording this, which by the way is 1:35 a.m. because I'm a silly-ass Moon Lambo and I record whenever the hell I want. Because this is my channel. I do what I want. But it's August 2nd, and so that 1:35 a.m., that is Central Standard Time. I'm in the United States. And as I mentioned, XRP 73 cents, Bitcoin at $39,747, market cap for the asset class 1.64 trillion, and Bitcoin dominance just a little over 45%. But Ethereum, it's at $2,569 with a market cap of $300 billion. Now, do you realize that XRP, if it does end up hitting Ethereum's market cap, just what Ethereum is today, and mind you, I don't think Ethereum's done running this market cycle. It's going to go higher too, I believe, personally. And I do happen to be an Ethereum holder. I'm not that excited about it. To me, for a long time, I've been expressing why I'm most enthusiastic for the long-term viability of XRP, but Ethereum, at a market cap of $300 billion, if XRP matches that, which I suspect it will, you're looking at XRP being worth $6.50. And so why am I expecting that? Well, you'd never know anything for sure, but as many people say, including myself, even if history doesn't actually literally repeat every time from cycle to cycle, it certainly rhymes. These markets, they absolutely rhyme at a minimum. So even if not all the specifics are exactly the same, humans are more or less behaving the same today as they were when the frenzy was occurring back in 2017, which was a crazy time to be in crypto. And so what you saw back then is Bitcoin hit its peak at close to $20,000, had a market cap of about $380 billion. Ethereum hit its all-time high back then, whether it was somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,400, $1,500. Somewhere around there, and market cap of about $180 billion. XRP peaked at close to $4, and it also had a market cap peak about the same as Ethereum's at $180 billion. And so right now, XRP at $34 billion market cap. So again, it would need a 9-fold increase from here. XRP needs a 9-fold increase to get to Ethereum at a $300 billion market cap. Do you not think that's ever going to happen? I get the emotions, and so whatever's happening in the moment, it just for people it feels like that's what's going to happen forever. I well understand that, but realistically, if you were forced to not look at price until the outcome were known, would you bet that XRP would ever, at some unknown point in the future, eventually hit Ethereum's current market cap of $300 billion, or would you bet that it would not? You can't look at the price until the final outcome occurs. What would you bet? So now you can't emotionally respond to what's happening every day. Is it more likely to happen or less likely to happen? Well, I don't know for sure, but drawing on what has happened in the past, because I think history actually does matter, and drawing on factually what has happened in the past, it is useful, even it doesn't provide certainty, but it is useful. Well, I think the answer is yes. I'd be very surprised if XRP didn't at least hit that at some unknown point in the future. And I don't know that for sure, but I suspect that's more likely. And Ethereum actually was much higher earlier, though, earlier this year. Got up to, I can't remember what well, here, we can actually just check the all-time high. Let me click on it. It was like $4,391. And the market cap, it was over half $1 trillion at that point, which is why I've been saying too, especially since I don't think Ethereum's done. I don't think it hit its all-time high for this cycle. I mean, it hit an new all-time high, but I'm saying I think there's going to be another one. That would be my best for fun guess at some point in the future, this market cycle. So even if XRP just hit that, you're still looking at over $10 XRP. And I'd seriously be surprised if that didn't happen, but I always admit, I keep saying it multiple times, but there's a reason. I'm not a wizard. I don't know for sure, but drawing on the past, I really genuinely believe it's actually useful here. And so many people are going to miss out because people, they need to be validated. And once the price is higher, then they feel validated. But at that point, frankly, there's so much less opportunity. And I'm not even saying even if you buy XRP at a higher price, it doesn't mean that there's no opportunity for it. But my gosh, it's like people, they just have this thing. In fact, let me just share this tweet with you. This is from chart analyst Michael Vandepop. This one resonated with me, and he wrote, "I'm getting more and more questions regarding when is alt season happening again? You should realize that the moment this topic becomes important, you should be thinking about selling. The real gains are made when people are not interested in altcoins." So to anybody that is paying attention to the markets in general, whether it's specifically about XRP or not, I say kudos to you. I am impressed because most people aren't. People lost interest when the prices dropped, and there's a little bit more interest coming in now. Obviously, volume's picked up a bit over the last several days because the price is getting higher. I understand all that. But by the time it's clear that there's been a serious breakout for XRP, like in my opinion, that will not be the time to buy. And we haven't seen that yet. We have not seen that yet. We saw a nice run up to about $2 earlier this year, sure. But I don't think that whatever the parabolic top is the blow off top is going to be, it's not here. But as you get closer and closer and closer, more and more people will want to buy. And that is the wrong time, if you want some serious returns here. So people, that's my opinion. So you can do whatever you want. I'm not telling you to buy or sell or hold anything, but that's the way that I look at it. But look at this too. I reported on the Crypto Fear and Greed Index just the other day, and it was at 60 at the time, 60 out of 100. At that point, it was just yesterday, it was indicating that the market was in greed. And if you just want evidence that the stereotypical retail investor feels whatever is happening exactly in that moment, look no further than the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, because where is it at now? It's down. It's at 48 out of 100. So that indicates neutral. It's not fear today. But markets did go down a little bit. And so what does this tell you? Know this. Whatever is happening in the moment, people are, like, if price is going up, people are going to emotionally feel accordingly. And if prices are going down, people will emotionally feel accordingly. And that's important, but what's more important than that is that when people feel those associated emotions, they're going to buy or sell based on that purely, not on fundamentals, not based on the data that shows it's one after another, lemmings off a cliff. No. That's not what it is. It feels scary. I'm selling. Ooh, it feels really good. The rest of the people are buying right now too. I'm going to buy as well. That's it. It's the emotion of it all. If you can just get that, wrap your head around that. And this, I know it's stupid, but this is how humans behave. And if you can just understand that, you have a huge leg up over the competition, because most just most speculators, like stereotypical speculators out there, they don't know this. And it's so clear. And that's why I'm going to continue to, I'm going to highlight this more than I used to, I at least for the foreseeable future, because I just think it's so useful to understand this. And I think the repetition and the reminder of being aware of this, it's really useful, because we're humans too. Like, we're little biological robots, basically, and we have to contend with our own emotions. I mean, it's best to just recognize that. At this point, and I used to not always be great at it, but I'm very good at it now. Not that I was ever horrendous at it, but I've felt the emotions in the past. But now I just don't feel stuff when price moves. I'm not even kidding you. Like, I got to the point where it's sunk in enough. Like, I just don't feel emotions when the price goes down. I really don't. I get a little bit excited when it goes up because it's fun, and it's fun. It's fine to have fun with it. But now to the downside, I'm like, whatever. It doesn't matter. But you need to get closer to that. I think take the emotion out of it. So buy or sell or hold whatever you want. I don't care. But just use data to make that determination, because clearly here, it's whatever is being felt in the moment, humans act accordingly. Does that really sound wise and logical, though? And so you just wait. And that's why, like, if Bitcoin really does jump up to over $100,000, imagine if Ethereum, and I don't know what Ethereum's getting to. I don't even know what's reasonable to speculate, because I'm still looking at Bitcoin, first of all, but because Ethereum will likely just follow right after it. What if Ethereum does get up to $10,000? I mean, it wasn't that far off from $5,000 already this market cycle. I mean, if that happens, wouldn't you kind of be surprised if XRP didn't at least hit $20? Kind of surprised? I mean, we'll see what happens, but that's the kind of way that I'm looking at here. Now, directionally, where to expect Bitcoin to go, though? This is a fun topic of conversation because obviously Bitcoin does lead the market. And here's the headline from the Daily Hodl. Is a new Bitcoin bull cycle on the horizon? Kraken's Dan Held looks at Bitcoin's trajectory. Dan Held, the director of growth marketing at crypto exchange Kraken, is predicting what's next for Bitcoin in 2021. In a new issue of the Held report, the Kraken executive credits the 2013 bull cycle with catapulting Bitcoin into mainstream visibility. And here's a quote. Bitcoin started 2013 at $13, had a spike to $260, then retraced to $80 for nearly 6 months until the winter, when it surged again to $1,200. Now, I'll tell you what. Investing back then would have been much more scary because there was no historical context for this. Not really. I mean, Bitcoin had been around a few years. And my gosh, a surge like that, nothing even close to that had happened to that point. And so that would have been much more scary. Now, investing here, we're still early adopters, I argue, and I do firmly believe that. Even if you just jumped into crypto, welcome. I do believe you're early to the party. You're rude for being here so early, and I am too. I've been here since 2017, so I've been here like a few minutes earlier than you. I'm also rude. But it's still very early days here. But the good news is, even though it's early days, we actually do have all this information, 12 years worth of data to draw upon and say, yeah, it looks pretty damn clear that humans have decided this asset class is not going away. And the reasons are somewhat clear. Well, at a fundamental level, it's because you can do things with crypto that you cannot do if the technology doesn't exist. You can have business models that can't exist without the technology. And so do you think humans are going to kick that to the curb? Well, no. It's just not entirely clear which cryptocurrencies deserve to be here, and that's why the marketplace is figuring out via speculation and real-world adoption, like what deserves to be here for the long haul. Now, that's unclear, which is why I've even said many times, I own a couple dozen, roughly, cryptocurrencies. I could be betting on all of the wrong horses. Maybe if I fast forward a decade, all of them are at zero, including XRP. Now, as long as there continues to be adoption for XRP specifically, I don't believe that will ever happen. But there has to be continued utility, or at some point when utility matters to the market, it's going to zero. But there is utility, and that's why this is exciting to me. Anyway, the piece continues. Held says that the circumstances for Bitcoin are far different in 2021, citing more Bitcoin holders, a massive trading infrastructure, and a regulatory structure. Bitcoin's current price action, however, appears to be mimicking its price action from nearly a decade ago, according to Held. And here's another quote with a chart on the screen. As you can see, it is eerily similar, with an intense first bull run, then an extended pullback, with one last bull run at the end. Well, how about that? That's what I'm telling you guys. All of the analysts that I respect and follow, they do believe that there will be one final leg up, and they have slightly varying opinions on when it's going to happen and how high it's going to go. But I can't, off the top of my head, I can't think of one analyst that I respect and follow that doesn't think that is what is probable. And I don't know that they're saying I don't think anyone is so bold as to say, I am certain this will happen, but it's about probability of outcomes, not certainty of outcomes. And what they're saying is the probability to them indicates independently for each one of them that way more likely than not, we're going to see another leg up. And so that's compelling to me. That many independents, chart analysts independently coming to that conclusion, that's interesting to me. When analysts like this, they align, I pay attention. And so people get shaken out of the markets, though, because look at this. Did you see what was written here? Where's the part? Yeah, here you go. Was it when talking about the 2013 situation when it went from $13, 260, then down to 80 for 6 months? Though it stated about $80. People get intimidated by that. Oh my gosh, it's not happening, or they get bored with it, or whatever. This is going to be nothing, and then they buy and sell accordingly just because price action didn't occur on my timeline. That's which is such a childish perspective, but people feel that I should have done something by now, so I'm going to sell my position, which is what they sound like in my head. But inevitably, what happens? Well, the market continues to exist. So if the market's not going to zero, damn, do you think it's going to get bigger? Like, do you? Because Bitcoin in that situation ran up to $1,200. So if directionally that's what's going to happen, I'm glad I've got exposure. In that case, I'm very glad I've got exposure. And you can see this chart and how they overlap. It's not exactly the same, but damn, that is, as he stated, eerily close to what happened back then. I'll tell you what, I am bullish. And I'm very excited every single day. I don't know, because look, you never know what day it is when like the craziness is going to happen. Most days are sideways or down. That's just how it is in crypto. But the days that are green, my gosh, they can be absolutely glorious. And I always look forward to those. The best days are yet ahead as far as I'm concerned. So stay positive out there. You can do whatever you want. Again, not telling you to buy or sell or hold, but my gosh, I'll tell you what, I personally, if I did not have the exposure that I have to the cryptocurrency asset class in particular, but more specifically XRP, I would have trouble sleeping at night. Like some people, they have trouble sleeping tonight because they have exposure, in which case I'm like, why are you here? Did you do your research? Do you understand how humans behave? But for me, it's the flip. If I were forced to not be able to be in crypto, if that could somehow be a thing, I would definitely have trouble sleeping at night. Maybe that's just me. You tell me how you feel in the comment section below, but I think this is probably a good stopping point. But lots of things to look forward to, and I suspect fourth quarter, and I don't know for sure exactly when Bitcoin is going to hit its top, but I will not be surprised if it happens to be very late this year, maybe early next year, fine. But wouldn't it be something if we really did see, almost exactly 4 years later, that Bitcoin hits whatever its all-time high ends up being for this market cycle? What if it is in December again? That would be interesting, because I'm not going to be surprised if XRP is right behind it, which is what happened last time. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.